Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where legends are made and titles are won. Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The give to the back. Runs for the tackle. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. LSU quick to the line. Running back searching for a hole. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Matt, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship.
He smashes his way through again. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Running with power. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Got the first down and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now.
Fires and picked off.
Well, the defense came into this game, guys, knowing that they were going to be tested, with the offense throwing it vertically downfield. You saw it right there on the opening drive. They were ready for it. Great job locating the ball and getting the INT.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anymore.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Haynes. He's loose at the 15. Speeding down the left side. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Lining up for the PAT. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the move at the 30. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Back at it to open the quarter with this first down play. From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Tigers want to move quickly. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. The ball squirts free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
It's so disappointing for the offense, too, because they pride themselves on being physical, right? They wanted to come out in this game. They want to establish the run. They do that each and every week. They had the first down. David, he just couldn't hold on to it. The defense now creates the takeaway.
And speaking of pride, that's what you pride yourself on defense.
He's loose. The 10. Touchdown time. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They couldn't draw him, but drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. The kickoff team out there getting set. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jackson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field, get them some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the first quarter, David. I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something. And you're right. You'll wear your defense out. Continue. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense. You're wearing your defense out, and you'll have no shot to get back in this game.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Caught in the backfield, it's Lacy. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Tigers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. LSU right back to the line. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Can't make the catch on third down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
Yeah, and you could tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. This is one of those plays where he puts it on the money, and you just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. And the offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the offense. Jet sweep to the receiver. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, the offense stars those plays where they want to get their playmakers the ball, and the defense understands it as well. I got to know when that guy comes in motion, he's a legit threat. They did, and you could tell they pulled the trigger and went and made a nice play.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying play action. Fires on the move. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away, incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He'll bring it back. It's Thomas. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Now adjusting. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
It's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a...
Racing down the left side. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bama! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jackson. Smashes through. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang.
And that ball is picked off. Oh, what a spin. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Excellent field position here for the offense. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Dropping back, it's Milroe. A little release to the back. Touchdown, Alabama! Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with 2 of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Just barely able to keep it from out. That one, what a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. From the shotgun, the inside give. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Clemson jumps to the line. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Still looking. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Working that left side. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, they don't pick up the first down after they catch, but even still, the head coach now has a decision to make. On 4th down, is he kicking a long field goal? Is he going for it? It's decision time.
Offense calls a timeout. Big down coming. They want to talk it over. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Dances away from the heat. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
I'll tell you, the offensive line owes their quarterback for that one there because the protection was not perfect. The QB knew he had to get out right there and try to do that on his own.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The offense set for a first down play. The give to the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Really good looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
This offense has a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped them.
The Crimson Tide will bring a punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the return, it's Brown. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
To the air on first down. Dances away to buy time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. We've got this 3rd down play to open the quarter. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. Clemson will send the punt team out. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looking for a block. It's Bernard. He gets a block. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got enough for the 1st. Got some room in to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. When that receiver got 3, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And the point after is good. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Quick completion to the right. Ran through the contact. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, what a move to get room. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He just got rid of the football, not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Looking down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Clemson is quick to the line.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Bernard. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense ball has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28th. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got it behind the line. It's Miller. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning too. That was beautiful.
Now on first down from the 30. He's going to pass. He's got an open man. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
They've gotten this drive going, a couple of first downs already. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Clemson. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Law. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Fires to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air, it's Klubnik. It's complete to the left. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Coming out with it, it's Law. Here comes that Alabama offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's going for it all. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Runs through a tackle. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical. But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Handoff from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Caught in the backfield. It's Haynes. At midfield, he's got room. He's off to the races. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now a shot toward the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown time. Lining up to add another. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
That's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, we're all tied up.
They'll break the seal on this quarter here on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Gonna run it. It's Maffa. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Throws for the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Briningstool. Touchdown Tigers! They move on top here in the fourth.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Got room at the 35. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Right back to the well. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play.
I swear I'm leaving the city if y'all don't score.
And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down. Looking for more. Open space at the 25. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a scintillating 52-yard jaunt to the house. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. He'll start this drive firing. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll fire to his right. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Pressure coming.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up the safety.
Here comes the crowd trying to make it tough on 3rd and long. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. He's going to run it. Dances away again. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, and keep this drive rolling.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Scrambling away. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I don't have a clue what they're thinking. 4th down, tie ball game in your own territory. Now you're going to put them right now in a position to go ahead and get points and win this game. That was a very, very ungood punt.
The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Alabama.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Now on the option. The offense coughs it up. And what a fortuitous turn of events to get that football back. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Alabama.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Clemson.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. From right in the center of the field, straight on to win the game. He got it. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration on the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. Ball bouncing all over the place and corralled around the 30. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.
First and 10.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Look at the clock, probably out of field goal range, David. Maybe time for one more shot.
Desperation time. You got to dial up what you practice, whether it's the throw, Jesse, and a bunch of laterals, or you're chucking this thing as far as you can throw it.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to just do something crazy to end up winning this game. But I'll tell you what, we've seen weird things happen in college football.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more
On the banks of the Mississippi River, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a storied venue, and soon the fog will rise off the Big Muddy, and will it also bring a victory for the beloved Bayou Bengals. Tiger Stadium, home of LSU. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Offense set on first down. The give to the tailback. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. LSU quick to the line. They'll try the run. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. They've got the screen set up. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Hey, that's a live ball. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
And when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really...
On this campus, the legends literally cement their handprints on the legacy just a few steps away from Bryant-Denny Stadium. This is the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one. Both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Oh, he's going to go for the return. He gets it across the 25 to the 20. Bringing it out of the end zone. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Hands it off. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Fires on the move. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The play-action fake. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Clemson will send the punt team out.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup because this environment is hostile.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. First down here for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Miller. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Milroe. The throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these 1st downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That DB had a different story. He had something to say, coming up, making a physical tackle.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. That first punt was a beauty. Did take another one just like it. On the move, it's Bernard. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He tries to take the top off. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. The give is to Miller. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Everybody talks about DBs. They talk about dropping in coverage and not being physical. That DB begs to differ. Great tackle coming up, playing physical like a linebacker.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Nothing but green ahead. They trip him up, but not before he has a huge gain and sends a bolt of momentum into the 2nd quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Pulls it in on the left. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And Clemson might just be rolling out another dude at quarterback. They've had 3 guys throw for more than 10,000 yards, including the great Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, and it feels like every year you're going, okay, yeah, that guy, he's next. He's next in line to be that dude.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. The sure hands, it's Maffa. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. First down for the offense. Miller with the ball. At the 45 on its way. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll give it to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And the ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the ground. And he's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. They're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure up.
Afterburners coming. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Off play action. Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Oh, he had him out there, and he was trying to compensate for that speed, but just a little too much distance.
That's just greased lightning, so you think, I can't overthrow this guy. I'm going to throw it out there and let him run underneath it just a little bit too far for the speedster.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Gets rid of it. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it, and they convert. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
They're setting up the screen. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Now the play fake. Quarterback moving. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. Coming out with it, it's Jackson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Handoff to the lone back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking for a man, it's Nussmeier. Back open in the middle. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. All things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll run play action. Buys a little time with his feet. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
He'll bring it back. It's Bolden. Gets set, 1st down. From the gun, running back gets to give. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Dropping back, it's Ewers. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range.
And he makes the catch at the 10. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the 1st quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And the defense drags him down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
3rd and goal from way back there. Trying play action. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. The field goal is no good. After the miss, no change in the score.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They go to the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give is to Williams. Sweet cut there. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Trying to get to it. And they got him for the sack.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the ball is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so it's pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Longhorns are threatening in the red zone. Going up top on first down. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Longhorns! They grab the early lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-9. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Going over the top. It's complete. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's Nussmeier getting some heat. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Off the play fake. He fires to the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to scramble. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Tigers! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bolden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to pass. It's Ewers. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get behind the defense. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
On the run, it's Baxter. That pickup might be best measured in inches rather than yards. Not a lot of running room there. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot of...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
Well, this game really has turned into a defensive struggle, and both defenses right now are just absolutely dominating. That time, nice job.
Makes the catch down the right side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The quarterback would love to have that throw back, but at least he'll brag that he overthrew that dude.
my arm strength is elite. You see that? I can overthrow guys that can run like that. Yeah, that's probably not what's coming to mind, but, man, you just want to put it out there. Maybe put a little bit more air underneath it. Not a lot more when you got a guy that fast, but, man, that's probably one he wants back.
And, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And the Longhorns are marching down the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Ewers. Throws to the wideout.
I love this by the offensive coordinator because as the game goes along, you see how are they going to line up when we line up in this? What coverage do they like to play? And then you can take advantage. You say, all right, the corner route is open. I'm going to hit it.
Looking to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. The throw. Touchdown, Texas! And that one will put him up here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change it.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. The inside handoff. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback will audible. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Spits it out to the back. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end. You're expecting them to punt.
Running it back, it's Bolden. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, you should probably, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The back goes in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Blue. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Sometimes it's not about fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Back at it to open the quarter with this 1st down play. To the ground. He's got it again. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
The play action fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got a man. It's Bond. That's a 20. He's got space.
First down, Texas.
And the Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he'll finish the line and the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Bringing the heat. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. LSU right back to the line. On the run, it's Nussmeier. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That one comes out hot down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Right down the middle. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't.
There's a little bit less than 3 minutes to go here. Their defense has got to be able to get the ball back here quickly for them to have any shot.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play. So nice job in coverage.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Looking to scramble. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, going to the air. He's got him, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
And first down.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line.